All right, welcome back to Building Dad Bod 2.0. Bench press day, warming up here. Saw two of the strongest people I know fail deadlifts yesterday, and it got me thinking about failure. I know both of them are going to come back and crush their deadlifts because they got the right mindset, but got me thinking about failure in terms of basically two outcomes. We can either let failure define us, or we can let failure refine us. The fact is, failure is inevitable. So are we able to accept the fact that we will fail without accepting failure as the final outcome? We basically have two choices when we fail. We can give up, or we can take that failure and we can use it as fire to push us forward and achieve greater things. So you saw that was my first rep. Got just first set of warm up, one rep in, phone started ringing. I was like, come on. But turned out it was my little brother. Had a real good chat with him for about 90 minutes and then back to the chest workout. So on the subject of failure, I've been chasing 300 pounds below 190 pounds body weight. Hopefully you want to do it at 190, then 185, and then below 180. I've never hit over 300 pounds at below 215 pounds body weight. Last year I hit 295, and then when I went for my 300 pound attempt, going at my 1,000 pound total, I failed and hit 286. This fall I hit 291.5. The next time I went for 295, I failed. So all that to say, I'm hungry as ever. We're still chasing 300 pounds. Had to kind of go back to the drawing board, figure out some weaknesses, rebuilding now, but 300 pounds will fall. So to me, failure should be fuel, but it should also be a time for reflection to sit back and say, okay, why did I fail? Let's find the weaknesses, let's fix them. So today, back to the Power Matrix bench workout. We're ramping the weight up to heavy singles and then back down based off of 275 pounds. I got the bands on there today, and this is specifically for me to help with some weaknesses. So lockout's been my weakness. I don't know exactly how much weight the bands are adding. I felt like at the top it was probably about 45 pounds of weight. So the reason I'm doing this is obviously to make the lockout harder in terms of being heavier. But also a big reason why I'm doing it is because when you got the bands at the top, you can't let up. You gotta learn to drive hard right from the bottom of the rep to the top and keep the bar accelerating as much as possible through the whole full movement. So it's just that mindset, helps me to get into that mindset. And then the third thing I like about the bands at the top is that the 45 pounds, so on my max single there, I'm feeling about 300 pounds in my hands at the top. The bottom, there's only a little bit of extra tension, but it just starts getting your nervous system prepared for that extra weight when it doesn't feel heavy when you unrack it. Come on. So by the time if I keep using the bands, by the time I get to a 300 pound bench press, I will have felt more than 300 pounds in my hands at the top of the movement. Nothing worse than when you unrack a weight and right away it feels like it's going to crush you. So it's just getting that nervous system ready to go. You unrack it and it feels light, and then it just builds that confidence. So added the bands in, went based off the 275 pound single. Was super happy to be able to complete this week. Managed to crush all the reps with the bands. So next week we're going to base the workout off of 285 pounds. Okay, so now accessories. Doing the dumbbell rollbacks. 60 pounds has been a struggle for me. I've had to back off to 55, but today was dead set. We're going to hit 60 pounds for 5 reps. And then what I was going to do after the 5 reps was go into like a close grip floor press to really pump the triceps up. So you can see here, first rep was a little bit dicey, but after that, got in a groove, got the nice roll back and managed to crush 5 reps. I could have actually had more there, but we're going to save a couple reps for next week. And then the extra 5 close grip presses. Did exactly what I wanted. Got a ton of blood into my triceps and my elbows. And the floor presses are nice because you're just working out of that kind of that sticking point where I have on bench press, that range of motion. So just going to keep trying to build. We got the 60s now, 3 sets there. Gonna build off that. This week was really excited on dips to get back to using a little bit of weight with the 20-pound kettlebell. So, you know, nothing earth-shattering, but the shoulder's feeling good enough to add some weight in. Really happy with the shoulder recovery. I thought for sure I was gonna have to shut down pressing for 6 weeks, and managed to rehab it quickly. All right, chaotic presses. This is my second set. So we're doing drop sets here. Last week I think I hit 110 pounds. This week I was going for 160. Just as many reps as possible at 160. And then we're going to drop the 35-pound kettlebells off and go for 90. So second set is always better than the first on chaotic presses. Once your nervous system kind of feels that first set, and you get that, whatever they call it, proprioception, where your body's feeling your joints in space and having to turn the muscles on. By the second set, your body adapts and feels a lot better. So I got this one. I think I got four reps. Went for the 5th rep and couldn't quite get it. So went back to my chest. So with the chaotic presses, what you don't want to do is you don't want to force it, because you're going to end up dropping the weight on your face or tearing a shoulder up. So if it's not there, I reset. It's not a ton of weight, 160, so I can just let the bar sit there and then come back and crush it. Then right away drop it to 90 pounds, and then I just rep out 90 pounds for as many reps as possible. So I'm getting up to the weight now, 160, where this absolutely blows up my triceps. The lighter weights, it doesn't so much, but you got to start with the light weights to get the stability down. Once you get in a groove and start pushing big weights, that oscillating motion, the bouncing up and down, just it's amazing how much it makes your triceps work. No matter where you are in that range of motion, you're sitting at the top and the bar is bouncing and shifting. You got to really fight hard to stabilize it with your triceps. At the bottom, as soon as the bar starts moving, it's fighting you. Your triceps are working insanely hard. Absolutely love this movement. I find it just, I know some people don't like it, but for me, it feels good. My joints feel better. My triceps, my shoulders, everything feels better when it's in the routine. So we're leaving that in there now. Finished up with some single arm rear delt work on the cable tower, and then after that, superset that with some side lateral raises. So today, going one arm at a time, just so I get a bigger range of motion, a bigger stretch. I prefer doing them 2 at a time, just because it's faster at the end of the workout. I just want to blast through them, but this is the better way to do it. That's it for the workout. We're on the road to 300-pound bench press. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.